VANFORD 2024 C2000S. VANFORD 2020, also C1000S. It has line. This one doesn't have line yet. VANFORD 2017, also C2000S. VANFORD 2020 in silver color. VANFORD 2021 in gray and gold color. There it is, Cardiff XR. That's 5 VANFORDs here, and I have 2 in the boat right now. My Soiree XR is in the boat, and my second VANFORD is also in the boat. You know, I already saw the new VANFORD at iCast, even though they didn't have the 2000 size. They only had the 3000 and the 500. But I told you there, I thought they changed a little bit the surface of the paint to make it more shiny and more expensive looking. But I guess I was wrong, and they had, I guess, more lights even than what I have here over the table. Because they didn't. Here is, just look at the paint of both reels. Which reel is new, which reel is old? It is incredibly difficult to tell the two reels apart. Very difficult. The paint is the same. There are some very subtle differences. I don't even mind, to tell you the truth, that the paint is the same. I got used to the paint. It looks absolutely perfect on my eradicator. I have 2 eradicators. The new VANFORD will also go on my eradicator, so don't mind the red, don't mind this black paint color either. But just to tell you, I thought the paint was different, but it is not. Does it seem different to you? One difference that I noticed, and I welcome, although it's not enough, is there is a little bit less chrome on the butt. You see this chrome? Look at how much white chrome on the butt. Why, brother? Why? What's with the white shiny chrome? Who are you impressing? Less chrome here, and I don't know, looks a little bit darker, a lot less obtrusive. Yeah, definitely small nuance, I know, but I definitely like this one here. However, this red accent from the old reel is with the line. That's how you can tell. It's now gone. I don't know why it's gone. Too few red accents now. If you're gonna have red accents, when you put line here, the only red accent on this reel will be this red line here. So you can put this reel on any rod now, I think. You can put it on the, for example, on the St. Croix Legend Elite Panfish, and it will look absolutely beautiful on that rod too, because this paper label here, let me remove it right away, Infinity, yada yada. When you remove this red label, oh wow, this is surprisingly difficult to remove. And this video is spontaneous. I don't know why they make this spool surface so smooth here, but the knot that I showed you how to attach line to the spool definitely works even in the smoothest spools. But yeah, where the red accents, I guess there is a little bit, but it's inside. You can't see it from here. You can hardly see. Yeah, a lot less red accents now. There are some other small aesthetic differences. I noticed they changed the knob, which is a big change, but they didn't advertise it. It's not just the cap. It's not just the cap. I don't know how to put them side by side. Look at the profile of the knob. This one is a little bit bigger and a little bit, I don't know, a little bit bigger. This one is just a little smaller and just a little flatter, and me likey very muchy. Me thinky me buy 20 of these and put in many reels. Yeah, me likey this knobby. What other super subtle differences? They made a big deal about the rotor. I don't know. The rotors are not exactly the same. For example, look, there is a curve here. Do you see this curve? With the tip of my pinky is a curve right here. And this curve is missing here. So this rotor appears to have been cut a little bit more than the older rotor. I don't know if this weighs even 1/10 of a gram of savings, but then here you have a hole in the old reel. This arm you have a hole. Here you don't have a hole no more. Maybe it's just a plastic cap on top of it to hide the fact that they're using the same part from the old reel. They will do that sometimes. But no dramatic weight savings from anywhere. And I have never seen any notion in the news about weight savings in the new VANFORD versus the old one. And here is something, should I leave this for the review or should I bring it up now? Because I haven't decided what to talk in this video. I just opened the box, I saw the reel, I pulled up all of my other VANFORDs, I play with them for 10 minutes to kind of build initial out-of-the-box opinion. Okay, let me tell you, I guess, right now, even though it's kind of part of the review, but no, it is out of the box. This reel, I don't know if you can hear it. My reel is, I would say, perfectly smooth, but not quiet, if that makes sense. It's perfectly smooth, but not exactly quiet. And at the same time, my specific reel, this will vary a lot from reel to reel depending on who assembled it. Why I can't see? Malaysia, made in Malaysia. So there will be difference in assembly quality, but my reel, folks, do you see how sudden the rotor stopped at the end when it had no more inertia? My reel is just packed with grease or over tightened somewhere. It feels smooth. I want to repeat, it feels perfectly smooth. I'm not feeling anything of concern. Not even a little bit of scratch or something. It is smooth. It just feels with a lot of grease. And a lot of these people at the assembly lines, they prefer to put, if they make an error, it's better for them to put a little bit too much than not enough. And this is not concerning for me because I know this reel so intimately. I showed you how many VANFORDs I have. Folks, I don't want to exaggerate, but I don't know. I think I have assembled and disassembled all of these models of this reel more times than the average Shimano repair dealer. I know that there is nothing in this reel to create resistance like in the Daiwas because of the source of resistance in the Daiwas. The source of resistance in the Daiwas is, and also, I just made this video comparison with the new Stradic. The source of resistance in the Daiwas and the new Stradics is shielded bearings packed with grease. If you put grease inside of a shielded bearing, the shield is protecting the bearing, the grease from escaping, And it will take a very long time for such a bearing to loosen up. Eventually it will, just very long time. The other source of nasty resistance in the Daiwas is the mag seal that many of you love, but it is a curse that Daiwa is trying to back out of the whole mag seal business. They're hoping people will forget about it and they will abandon the whole mag seal business. It's just too humiliating for them to admit that all of this fuss was a big mistake. But I'm thinking, and I'm calling it now, Daiwa will abandon mag seal in all of their freshwater reels. It is killing the user experience anyway. This reel doesn't have mag seal, doesn't have shielded bearings. So the only place where it might have some extra grease, by the way, putting extra grease on the gears does not create resistance either, because the gears spin with low speed. The most obvious source of resistance is too much grease on the main shaft, rubbing on the pinion bearings. That grease gets sandwiched between the pinion gear. Anyway, too many details, but if you put too much grease there on the main shaft, I've said in other videos, that grease cannot escape. It gets pushed down, then back, then down. So I'm hoping when well, maybe I can just fish it a few days and it will go away. But otherwise, if it doesn't, when I open it to compare it for you guys, I will remove some extra grease. Maybe I'll just oil it. And I'm thinking, I'm not concerned about the too much grease, but either way, out of the box, my reel has more resistance than anything on the table here. Okay, any of these old, and granted, these reels have been opened and closed 5 times each. All of them have bearings on either side of the oscillation worm. They have a bearing on the main shaft, and I will open and close and open and close until I get everything right. And they have been fished, but yeah, this is not comparable. Yeah, this is not comparable. This handle falls by itself. Look, this handle falls by itself, folks. This does not happen. All of these old VANFORDs, this handle will not fall by itself. But it's a brand new reel. Again, not a concern. I'm just telling you out of curiosity. What else can I tell you out of the box? Does it feel better than them? I'll tell you right away, and it's brand new in terms of smoothness. It does not feel better than the old VANFORDs. Maybe it feels better than the 2017. I will say that. Okay, I will grant you that. It feels, the old 17, the gears was not very good. Very low, even this reel, by the way, that's funny. Even this reel has lower resistance than the brand new one, just because of the grease. And this one has all of the bearings. It accepts the same bearings as this one. Yeah, the brand new VANFORD does not have more smoothy, cozy, quiety feeling than the outgoing models. But more about that in the actual review. I'm not concerned. Oh, I'm not concerned about resistance. Another aesthetic difference is they upgraded the line clip, and the line clip needed upgrading. This one was a little bit tricky. You have to put the line here. You have to push it kind of with your nail to get it tucked in. This one is a little bit better. So there is a couple of good things. All in all, to tell you the truth, this review, I'm listening to myself and I said more negative things than good, but all in all, I'm actually happy with the reel. When I'm done, when I put the bearings and I oil it properly, I think it will be amazing reel. I like less chrome on the butt. I like the better line clip. The color is more easy to put on any, less red, so you can put on any other rod. Oh, the last thing. I'm gonna say this in this video because the review, I'll try to make the review shorter because I think the review will get 50,000 views. Well, this will get very few views, and I don't care if it's longer and I have tangents here. I find it very insincere and intentionally misleading that in all of these advertisements for the low resistance and the low inertia that Shimano did, comparing the new VANFORD with the new Stragic, how the rotor has less startup inertia when you start it, then it stops easy, it doesn't keep going with the Stragic. Why did any of you think, why are you comparing the new VANFORD with the new Stragic? What kind of nonsense is this? It's like comparing a Corvette with a tow truck. I say, well, look at the Corvette. Look how much faster is a Corvette than the tow truck. Look. Wow, 0 to 60, look. Can you say that if a Corvette is faster than a tow truck, it's in any way better than a tow truck? I have a Ram 1500 with a turbo diesel engine, and I have a Nissan Maxima with 300 horsepower. My Maxima is much faster, maybe twice, maybe three, I don't know how much faster than my diesel tow truck. Does this mean that my Maxima is better? Why would you compare? The startup inertia is strictly ultralight fishing performance characteristic. Nobody else cares about startup inertia. Who cares, if you're chucking these 40 gram metal baits for ocean fishing? Who cares about this kind of thing? Why are you comparing the startup inertia of the new VANFORD with the metal aluminum Stragic? That is the kind of shit that Daiwa does all the time, intentionally distracting your attention, putting your focus over there. So the whole time they're trying to put your focus and your attention on something like a straw man, hanging a straw man over there. But it's not really hanging the straw man. But why are you? This didn't make any sense to me. You can't tell that something is better if you compare the performance of a Corvette with a diesel truck. This is stupid. Why did you not compare the rotor and the startup inertia of the new VANFORD and the old VANFORD? This is what I want to see. Show me this reel was released in 2020. 4 years you worked on developing a new model. Show me what you got. Okay, improvement. Oh, no, big reveal. Okay, show me. Do we have less resistance here? Do we have less startup inertia? And by the way, resistance and inertia are different things. Do we have less stopping inertia? Okay, show me that it has at least a little bit of improvement over the old one. This is the question, the biggest question. Is it better than the old one? And I can tell you, it's not any smoother. I said the exact same thing, by the way, for the Vanquish. Just watch my review of the Vanquish. I told you the new Vanquish is not smoother than the old Vanquish. It might be more durable. It might be overall the better reel. It might be everything else, but it is not smoother. And this one is not smoother than the old one either. Then what did we improve? It's not lighter. The weights are the same. What did we improve, brother? What did we improve? Did we have less resistance? No. This one is packed full of grease. This one was definitely not packed full of grease when I received it. Did you make the rotor a little bit lighter? Show me in the video. Exact same video you did with the Stragic. Get the two rotors and show me. It's very disingenuous, but it's intentional misleading. It's worse than just It's intentional. Why are you comparing with the Stradic? The whole time I've been thinking about this for so long, and I finally have a time to kind of vent about this. So again, it sounds that I said more negative than positive things. At the end of the day, I'm sure that when I'm done with the reel, it will be a pleasure to fish. It's already very beautiful for me. It will look amazing on my eradicators. I do not regret buying the reel. I'm sure after the review, I will still end up recommending the reel. But let's just be honest. I hate this insincere, intentionally confusing everybody's shit, comparing the startup inertia of an ultralight reel with a freaking aluminum tow truck. Anyway, I think that's all I have for this video. I promise we will disassemble completely both reels. I'm gonna take it probably first 1 or 2 videos just fishing with it on the water to get some experience with it. The clicker over here, I already checked. It would be nice, I don't know if that's asking too much, but it would be nice if out of the box, the spring on the hammer there is a little bit tighter. Yes, I can tighten it, but removing this little screw and putting it back creates wear and tear. It would be nice if the spring on the clicker out of the factory comes with a little bit more tension, if that's too much to if that's not too much to ask. But yeah, I'm done for this video. I'm gonna upload it now right away, and watch out for fishing on the water. And very soon, give me just 2 weeks, we're gonna do the review and the serious comparison.